Homelessness affects every city and town in the United States, and therefore every person in America. Often, people assume the homeless are substance abusers, criminals, or jobless. In fact, these assumptions are untrue. While there are those who contend with substance abuse, criminal activities, or joblessness, the majority of those homeless are people just like you who have met with hard times. In this video, you are introduced to the factors contributing to this epidemic and what you can do to help. In America, there is a lack of affordable and available low-income housing paired with a limited number of assistance programs. In 2017, the housing wage was at $21.21 per hour. Renters would need to make $13.96 per hour to afford a two-bedroom apartment, higher than the national minimum wage of $7.25 per hour. With the national poverty rate at 12.7% in 2016, a startling amount of 40.6 million people, homelessness and poverty go hand in hand. Poorer individuals, unable to pay for food, childcare, and other necessities, often sacrifice shelter in order to feed themselves and their families. Factors responsible for poverty: lack of employment opportunities, decline in available public assistance, lack of affordable health care, domestic violence, mental illness, and addiction. In 2016, the homeless population was 549,928. Of those, 194,716 were homeless individuals and homeless families, and 355,212 were homeless as individuals, 35% and 65% respectively. Of that population, 68% were sheltered and 32% unsheltered. 22% were children, 69% over the age of 24, 9% between the ages of 18 and 24, 56% of Virginia's budget goes towards welfare-based issues including homelessness. California allocates 50%, New York 49%, and Oklahoma 62%. When comparing the percentage of welfare-based funds, we can also compare the homelessness rate within the state. From 2010 to 2017, Virginia's homelessness rate decreased by 0.33%. California's rate increased by 4.9%, and New York's rate increased 6.5%. Oklahoma has the lowest homelessness rate at 0.76% and the highest percentage of welfare-based funds. When comparing these specific states, we can observe a correlation between state funding and the homelessness rate. So what can you do? There is an array of different organizations that work to address the issue of homelessness in the United States. The U.S. Interagency Council on Homelessness, for example, is a government organization that holds legislative authority. It serves as an independent establishment in the executive branch and plays a large role in reducing and aiding the homeless population. The organization coordinates responses to homelessness at the federal level, as well as creating partnerships at all levels of the government and the private sector. Their mission is to reduce and ultimately eliminate homelessness in the U.S. while maximizing the effectiveness the federal government plays in addressing the issue. Their solutions include collaborative leadership programs providing housing, healthcare, education, and jobs. Non-profit organizations are extremely important to helping the homeless population. The National Alliance to End Homelessness, the National Coalition for the Homeless, and other national and state-level individual organizations are working to aid the homeless population in a variety of different ways. For example, in Harrisonburg, Virginia, there are organizations such as Open Doors, Mercy House, and the Free Clinic. However, a threat to these federal and nonprofit aid organizations is that they are constantly at risk due to reallocation of funds and other federal and state governmental factors. An often overlooked option is actually the main government programs to aid the homeless and those facing the threat of homelessness: federal aid from the Department of Housing and Urban Development and Social Security. The amount and type of federal aid that an area receives is determined by the reported homeless population of an area and may be found at the HUD Exchange Homeless Assistance page. The Social Security system in place has two main options: SSD, Social Security Disability, eligible to those who have previously worked and are no longer able, and SSI, Supplemental Security Income, eligible to those who have never been able to work or continually qualify as working but below the poverty line. Another overlooked section of the Social Security program is the outreach program known as SOAR, SSDI Outreach, Access, and Recovery, a program providing opportunities and training for nonprofit organizations to guide the homeless in completing Social Security applications. Nonprofit organizations may contact their local Social Security office or representative's office in search of more detailed information and to initiate contact with the program. Homelessness affects every state in America, and it will take the aid of you, your friends, and family to help your fellow American in their time of need.